Thank you very much, Chairperson. I also take this opportunity to greet the collective of honorable members, esteemed ears and eyes of the people of South Africa and elsewhere. I thought, Chairperson, that we need to start by just doing a succinct characterization of the state of Israel. It is a consequence of war. It lives and survives on war. It's a settler, heartless, apartheid, immoral, genocidal, vampire state. The only political relevance of its Prime Minister Netanyahu is war. It perpetually quenches its thirst for war through the blood of the Palestinian people. Like a vampire, its primary prey is the people of Palestine. It respects no rules of international governance. It has no ear to listen to Israeli voices that say, "Not in our name." It has no brain to comprehend truth, that no force can defeat a just cause of the people. The genesis of its stupendous superiority is parented by the UK and the US et al. It lacks the necessary political consciousness to realize the danger it poses to a correct proposal for the two-states solution. It has no ear and emotions to listen to the painful voices of dying children of Palestine. It has no comprehension that perpetual genocidal maiming, suffocation, annihilation of Palestinians will be met with perpetual, protracted, just struggle by the Palestinians to liberate themselves. Let's just deal with some of the distortions. The war in Palestine did not start on the 7th of October 2023. And the subsequent propagandist tirade of the so-called right to self-defense by the State of Israel. We do not condone violence, but a question might be posed. What right of self-defense do you have when you arrive in a place of not your own, take what does not belong to you by force, and any inquiry or resistance to your immoral, illegal, and insane act is met with declaration of death of innocent people? Among the many onslaughts that the Palestinian people had to face is in 1917, 1918, when the British used force to colonize Palestine under command of General Allenby. The British notoriety in 1820 was extended to South Africa upon their arrival here in Cape Town in Table Bay. By fire by force, State of Israel was declared in 1948, the same year when the National Party was formed and immediately started the apartheid system here in South Africa. As we speak, honorable members, indications are that more than 10,000 Palestinian people have been killed in 30 days. More than 70% of these people who are maimed are women, the elderly, the disabled, the sick, and children. What is the sin of the Palestinians? The only sin is to say that they must have their land without occupation. The genocidal apartheid state of Israel expects the Palestinian people to allow them to annex more and more land, restrict their movement, suppress their human rights, rob and deny them of their dignity without any form of resistance. Because of time, I will not state the number of UN resolutions that the State of Israel has defied from 1947 to the recent history. They also defied the two agreements that were made in Oslo, once they had participated in that particular process. Let's talk about our friends on the left here, honorable members who are a collective of the moonshottists. Your hypocrisy is exposed because I characterize you as political pendulumists. Conveniently, you've forgotten that you call the ANC and its leader, President Nelson Mandela, a terrorist. You will not tell your friends in the apartheid state of Israel that today you live side by side in relative peace with the people you call terrorists, monkeys, subhumans, people you maimed, killed, throttled, took their land, their animals, their being, and completely dehumanized us as black people. Steenhuisen, I want to challenge you and your friends, Honorable Steenhuisen. As much as you were populist and went to Ukraine, I challenge you to get into a flight and go to Gaza. Tell your Prime Minister Netanyahu on how the ANC and other progressive formations liberated you, your ancestors, despite the fact that as blacks we are subjects of apartheid, colonial subjugation. Try and draw Prime Minister Netanyahu's attention to the reality and the truth that the collective apartheid onslaught of 342 years on black people in South Africa was resolved through peaceful negotiated settlement. Advise him that as a country, we rank among the best examples on political conflict resolution and working through the United Nations. We stand by as South Africa to assist. Please tell him that we declared as the ANC in the Freedom Charter that all national groups shall have equal rights, and as we speak here today, all national groups have got equal rights. He might listen to you because you are birds of the same feathers. Today you seek to separate Nelson Mandela from the ANC and you have not succeeded. Now let me come to you, Honorable Measure of the ACDP. And I want to quote Deuteronomy. It says, foreigners who live in your land will gradually gain more and more power while you gradually lose yours. And this is what the apartheid state of Israel is doing to the Palestinian people. You will never comment and thank the people of Palestine and the ANC for advocating a two-state solution with Israel and Palestine living side by side in peace. You will never say this truth, you honorable members on the left. Some of you are offsprings and permanent beneficiaries of the apartheid colonial brutality, whose consequence today is painfully reflected in a white minority of only 7%, controlling and owning more than 90% of South Africa's economy. You say you respect human rights, but you will not tell US-backed Prime Minister Netanyahu that it is inhumane and genocidal to announce on TV that you will deny innocent people access to water, fuel, food, medication, free movement, prayer. You will destroy their hospitals, ambulances, schools, places of worship, and so on and so on. On way forward, we suggest that the United Nations-led immediate peace initiative must be implemented. 2, the UN must decisively act against the state of Israel, and as the minister has said, the ICC must charge Prime Minister Netanyahu. 3, the UN must enforce its own resolutions that have been defied by Israel. 4, we applaud the President for recalling the ambassador, but in addition, we'll suggest that the ambassador of Israel must go home until a negotiated process has been started in Gaza and Palestine. South Africans who are in the Israeli Defense Force must be brought back, named, and action must be taken against them. As Yasser Arafat said, and I quote, the victory march will continue until the Palestinian flag flies in Jerusalem and all Palestine.